All right, hello everybody. Happy Saturday morning. Hope your week went well. I found myself with a free block of time here on a Saturday morning, which is unusual. So, since I was only able to get one video out this week, I thought I would jump on here and continue my series replay of the 1990 World Series. Using season ticket baseball between the Cincinnati Reds and the Oakland A's. In our replay, the team split games 1 and 2. So we are already rewriting history. Let's see what happens here. In our game 3, Mike Moore on the mound for the A's. Tom Browning on the mound for the Reds. As Philip and Steve join us in the chat room. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you are having a good weekend so far. So we have the DH for the first time in the series. So the Reds will have Hal Morris doing the DH duties for them, and Benzinger at first. For the Oakland A's, it is going to be Harold Baines who will be their DH today. And they'll have the Henderson brothers out in the outfield. Dave and Ricky Henderson. Not actually brothers, but... all right, so let's see if it's a nice clear day here, but we'll see what the temperature is. So it is going to be, let's see, the base is, and it's a day game. It's actually, this game started at 5:30 local time for the, out in Oakland. Let's see, so base temperature is 58. Oh, so we're not going to have any change in the weather. So, all right. So there we go. It's a brisk, 61 degrees here at first pitch. Barry Larkin will step up to the plate, and we are underway. Game 3 of the 1990 World Series underway here. All tied up at 1 apiece. Who's going to come out on top? Here we go. Moore to Larkin. And we are going to have a defensive check right away. Let's see. It's going to go to the second baseman, who is Randolph. And a 541 will just be a ground out to the second baseman for the first out. Larkin retired. Billy Hatcher coming up to the plate, the center fielder for the Reds. Let's see, this will be another defensive check. This is going to go into Dave Henderson in center field, and a 585 is going to be a deep fly out. He will track that one down just a little before the warning track. 2 up, 2 down. Here comes right fielder Paul O'Neill. Another defensive check. This one going to Randolph at second. But I believe that a 547 is going to get through. Yes, it will. It'll get by him into right field, and we have our first hit of the game here with 2 out in the top of the first. Here comes Eric the Red, Eric Davis, the left fielder, batting cleanup for Cincinnati. Let's see if they can get a little 2-out rally going here. 412 is going to be a walk, or sorry, a 421 rather. Oh, it's actually going to be a strikeout. So, Davis swings away at a full count and comes up empty. So that will do it for the top of the first. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on. Cincinnati nothing, and Oakland coming up to bat. So, it's going to be Ricky Henderson, Lansford, and Canseco, the 1, 2, and 3 batters. Tom Browning on the mound. He led his team that year with 15 wins, 15-9 for Tom Browning. Let's see how he does here. First batter, it's going to go to Sabo at third, and a 551 will just be a easy ground out 5-3. Ricky retired. Here comes Carney Lansford, a veteran third baseman for Oakland. All 2s across the board. That will be a grounder to Duncan at second. 4-3 if you're scoring at home. 2 up, 2 down. Here comes one of the Bash brothers, Jose Canseco, batting third, playing in right tonight. And a 685, and he is at home, so that'll become a 690. is going to be a single. So Oakland will also get a 2-out single to continue the inning. Now here comes center fielder Dave Henderson. 1 on, 2 out. Scoreless game here early. 3:09 is going to be a strikeout. Henderson goes fishing. Nice breaking ball by Browning. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on. After 1 full, there is no score here from Oakland. All right. And you're welcome, Steve. Thank you for watching. Yes, I had been very interested in season ticket baseball and finally took the plunge. And I'm very, very much enjoying it. So happy to pass along all these videos on this great game. All right, here we go. In the top of the second, we'll have the middle of the order. The 5, 6, and 7 batters coming up for Cincinnati. Designated hitter Hal Morris leading things off. This will be another defensive check to the second baseman, Randolph. Busy today. Oh, no, sorry, to the catcher, rather. 523 is just going to be a pop-up. So Morris gets under one, and he will pop out to the catcher for the first out. And here comes Chris Sabo. Game 3 of the 1990 World Series is the Chris Sabo game. He belted 2 home runs in this game that historically the Reds ran away with to take a 3-0 lead in the series. Let's see how he does here. A 5-14 bouncer right back to the mound, but Moore is going to handle that and throw on to McGuire at first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Here comes the first baseman, Todd Benzinger, a switch hitter. He will bat from the left side against Mike Moore. 279 is the roll. That is going to be, he's batting lefty, so it'll be a deep drive into right field. So Benzinger with a power of 3, and we'll add 9 to that. So a 12 is going to be just a deep fly out into right field. Canseco tracks that down, and 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. In the top of the second, still no score as we head into the bottom half. Oakland will have their 5, 6, and 7 batters coming up. Harold Baines, the DH, will lead things off. Let's see, 654 will become a 659, which will just be a grounder to second for the first out. Now the other Bash brother, Mark McGuire, coming up to bat here. 1 out, nobody on. 480. And he is going to be plunked. Steps into one, and he will get on first base the hard way. So we do have a runner aboard here with 1 out in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up the catcher, Terry Steinbach. A 151 is going to be a fly out into right field. O'Neill will track that down for the second out. And they'll bring up Willie Randolph, who has been busy at second base, as Robert joins us. Awesome. Welcome, Robert. Thanks for tuning in, watching from work. All right. Awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully it's not a hard day in the office on Saturday. Let's see, 299 is the roll here for Randolph. That is going to be a deep drive into left field. Willie Randolph has a power of 2, and we will add 10 to that, so a 12. That will be just a fly out into left field. So the hit batter gets stranded at first. We're through 2 full. There is no score here from the Oakland Coliseum. Oh, all right. As Robert says, it's easy on Saturdays. There we go. I'd like to hear that. Anybody that has to work on a Saturday, I hope it's an easy day at least. So. All right, so here we go. In the top of the third, We'll have the 8, 9, and 1 batters coming up. The catcher, Joe Oliver, to lead things off. A nice pitcher's duel here early. Each team with just 1 hit so far in the game. 186 is the roll. That is going to be a bloop single. Joe Oliver will put one over the head of Randolph and drop one into right field. Now here comes Mariano Duncan, the number 9 batter, but he is a very good batter to have in the number 9. He batted .306 on the season. Let's see if we can get something going here in the third. 107 is going to be a grounder to second base. Let's see. But it's going to be a hard grounder, so they will only get the force at first base. So Oliver will advance to second. And Duncan with the ground out. So a hard shot. Randolph picks it up, but his only play is to get the out at first. So Oliver in scoring position. The order flips over. And here is Barry Larkin. Let's see, as Bernard and Keith join us in the chat room. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. All right, here we go. Larkin up to bat, 1 out, runner in scoring position. A scoreless game here in the third. 3:28 is the roll, and that is going to be an infield single. And I believe that everybody just advances 1 base on an infield single. So we'll have runners at the corners with 1 out. And that will bring up the center fielder, Billy Hatcher. Hatcher flew out in his first at bat. He can do some damage here. More from the stretch. And we get a 5-16. So that is going to bounce right back to the mound. And that will be, let's see, a 1-3. So that means that he's only going to get the, I believe he'll just get the out. Yeah, and those results, ground out, runners advance 1 base. So that will score the run. The runner's going on contact. So Larkin will go to second. Oliver will come in to score. They'll get the out at first. But a run does come in. Some small ball here for Cincinnati as they take the lead. All right, so now 2 outs. Runner in scoring position for Paul O'Neill. O'Neill singled in his first at bat. 4:23 is the roll, and that is just going to be a grounder to Randolph at second. He will throw on to first. And that will end the inning. So 1 run off of 2 hits. And 1 runner left on. It's 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. So the Reds strike first. Let's see if Oakland can respond. The 9, 1, and 2 batters coming up. Mike Gallego will have his first at bat here in game 3. 6:59 becomes a 6:64, which will just be a grounder to second base for the first out. Back to the top of the order we go. Ricky Henderson. Ground out to Sabo at third in his first at bat. Let's see, 4:19. 4:19, he is going to draw a walk. And we all know that Ricky Henderson never satisfied with just getting on to first. He will definitely try to extend that. So let's see. He has a speed of 7. Oh, actually, it's it's as a steal rating. Steal rating is actually 8. And Browning with a hold rating of 8. Oh, so he's actually not going to get the... Oh, no, he will. It just needs to be greater than or equal to. So Ricky Henderson does get a lead. So he's going to try to steal second. Speed of 7. So we'll add all 3 dice. Let's see. 7, 11, 17. And Oliver's arm. Oh, it's only a 6, so he will just beat it out. So Henderson just gets in under the tag. And he gets himself into scoring position. The tying run now at second base with just 1 out. Here comes Carney Lansford. Let's see, 4-15. A 4-15 is going to be a grounder to short. So Henderson's going to hold with the ball hit on that side and a big second out. And here comes Jose Canseco. Canseco singled in his first at-bat. Tying run waiting for him in scoring position. 672 becomes a 677. Oh, which is just an out. One more. It would have been a wild pitch, but it'll be a 677. So he will ground out to short. And the tying run will be stranded at second base. Tom Browning with some excellent pitching there to get Lansford and Canseco to ground out and leave that runner stranded in scoring position. We will head to the 4th. Cincinnati still on top, 1-0. Here in the 4th, we'll have the heart of the order coming up for Cincinnati. Davis, Morris, and Sabo. Davis struck out his first at bat. Oh, let's see. 189 is going to be a bloop single. And he will be on base for the first time. Let's see. Davis, he did have 21 stolen bases. Let's see if he can get a lead here. He has a steal rating of 8, more with a hold rating of 5. He will not get a lead, so we won't have him try to steal. All right, here comes Hal Morris. Morris popped out to the catcher in his first at-bat. 166 is the roll. Well, that'll be a wild pitch, so Davis will move to second anyways. On the wild pitch. All right, so runner in scoring position, nobody out. Let's see, as Brian joins us in the chat room. All right, and did I miss anybody else joining in? I could, imagine Ricky Henderson playing today with the stolen base rules. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we will never see someone like Ricky Henderson again, that's for sure. All right, so Hal Morris up now with a runner in scoring position. Ooh, 146. And he's going to draw a walk. So Moore, after pitching pretty well through 3, has given up a bloop single, and now a walk has put 2 runners on. And here comes Chris Sabo. Sabo ground out back to the mound in his first at-bat. Spuds takes the pitch. Let's see, 3. Oh, and he's going to go down swinging. He thought he had a fastball timed, but he did not. Late catching up on that high cheese, and he goes down swinging. Moore gets a big first out. Now just a ground ball away from getting out of the inning. Here comes Todd Benzinger. Benzinger flew out to right in his first at-bats. 400. He is going to draw a walk. And the bases are full of Reds. Nowhere to put the catcher, Joe Oliver. Oh, goodness. So Lasorda will come out to talk to his pitcher. Try to settle Moore down. All right, the conference is over. Here we go. Joe Oliver did get a single and later scored, which is what is so far the only run of the game. Let's see what he does here. Here is the pitch. 500. Oh, we're going to have a rare play. Of course we're going to have a rare play. Rare play with the bases loaded. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So bases loaded with less than 2 outs. I don't think I've ever had to go to this rare play chart. Let's see. I just want to make sure I'm on the right. Yeah, bases loaded, it goes to page 39. Okay. All right, so here we go. We'll roll. And the result is a 270. Oh boy, so it's just going to be a pop fly. Oh darn. To McGuire in foul territory for the second out. Or no, sorry, for the second out. Okay. So bases still loaded. And here comes Mariano Duncan. Duncan ground out in his first at bat. Let's see what he can do here. Bases still loaded, but now 2 outs. 550 is the result. So that is going to go to Lansford at third, and a 550 will be a ground out to third. Wow. So the Reds are going to strand 3 runners. Somehow Moore gets out of that without giving up a single run. A missed opportunity for the Reds for sure. It remains 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. As Bob joins us in the chat room. Welcome, Bob. Thanks for tuning in. Got ourselves a nice pitcher duel going on here. 1-0, Cincinnati on top here as we go into the bottom of the 4th. Let's see, and we'll have the middle of the order coming up. 4, 5, and 6 batters coming up. Dave Henderson, the center fielder. He is 0 for 1 so far. He steps up for his second at bat. 570, that is going to go to Davis in left field. And with a blue die of 0, he will easily have the range to track that down for the first out. Base is empty, 1 out for the DH. Baines. Baines, ground out victim, his first at bat. 121, he is going to fly out to right field. And there are 2 outs now. Base is empty for Mark McGuire. He got plunked in his first at bats. 694 will become a 699. So that is going to be a walk. So McGuire reaches base for the second time today. All without getting a hit, but they need a base runner. All right, so 2 out, 1 on for the catcher, Terry Steinbach. Steinbach flew out in his first at bat. 674 becomes a 679, which will be a wild pitch. So Browning and Oliver not on the same page there as a curveball goes by the catcher. And McGuire into scoring position. Steinbach still at bat. Tying run in scoring position now. 347. He is going to get a hold of one into right field. O'Neill back onto the track, and he will catch it just a step in front of the wall for the third out. A long, loud third out will end the bottom of the 4th, and that tying run will be stranded. It is still 1-0 as we head to the top of the 5th. All right, in the 5th, Moore still out there. He has a stamina of 5, so he is still going strong here. Just giving up that 1 run so far. 1 run, scattered 4 hits. Really dodged a bullet in that last inning, getting out of a bases-loaded jam. Here comes Larkin for his second at-bat. He's 1 for 2. 564 is the result. That's going to go to Gallego. Let's see. He is playing at short. The blue die is a 4, which is under his range, so he will grab that for the out. 1 down. Base is empty for Billy Hatcher. He drove in the only run of the game so far on a ground out back in the 3rd inning. And also has flown out. Let's see, all 3s across the board. And he's going to beat out an infield single. So Hatch is aboard. 5th hit of the game for the Reds. And Hatcher stole 30 bases that year. So let's see if he can get himself a lead. His steal rating is 4, so that is a 13. He will not get a lead on Mike Moore, so he'll stay put. Here comes Paul O'Neill. O'Neill 1 for 2 on the day. 126. He is going to draw a walk. So Moore, some control issues. Issues another walk. That is his 3rd walk of the game so far. That'll put runners at 1st and 2nd. Nowhere to put Eric Davis. Davis has struck out and he has singled. And boy, he could really do some damage here. More from the stretch. 455 is going to be just a fly out to Canseco in right field. So a big 2nd out. And now here comes Hal Morris, the DH. He has popped out and walked. As Thomas joins us in the chat room. Welcome, Thomas. Let's see, 285. 285 is going to be a deep drive. Deep drive into right field. Hal Morris with a power of 4. Let's see, so it'll be a 14, which is just a fly out. Canseco able to track that one down a couple steps in front of the track. And the Reds will leave 2 more runners on base. It remains 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the 5th. Whew. All right, here in the bottom of the 5th, we'll have the 8, 9, and 1 batters coming up for Oakland. Randolph going to lead things off. He is 0 for 1 so far today. 391. 391 is going to be a grounder to Sabo at 3rd. He'll fire on to Benzinger for the out. Here comes the shortstop, Mike Gallego. Gallego also 0 for 1 so far today. 352, that'll be a grounder to Larkin at short. 2 quick outs. We'll go back to the top of the order. Here comes Ricky. Ricky is 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. 504 is going to be a rare play. This will be a rare play with nobody on base. And we get a 615. Let's see, 615 on the rare play charts. Is going to be a fly out to center field. And then Hatcher is going to get injured in sort of a eerie recreation of Game 4. All right, so it'll be the 3rd out. Let's see. Ball is caught by the center fielder and he is injured. All right, I actually haven't had to do an injury on this, so I guess we will just take him out of the game. And let's see. And I guess we'll have to put in Herm Winningham into center field. So Hatcher is injured, making the catch. So Herm Winningham will come in to play center field. But that will end the 5th. It's 1, 2, 3. Goes Oakland. So we'll head to the top of the 6th. Still 1-0. Cincinnati on top. All right, so Winningham comes in the 6. Okay, let's see. And in the 6, we'll have the 6, 7, 8 batters coming up. Sabo will lead things off. 0 for 2 so far on the game. Did the Reds? Oh, okay. Come on, Steve. You can't ask questions like that in the chat room. My coffee hasn't kicked in yet this morning. All right, yes. Here we are in the top of the 6. Sabo looking for his first hit of the game. Let's see. Ooh, 144. Well, he's going to draw a walk as the control issues continue for Moore. They have not hurt him so far. All right, let's see. Sabo, a pretty good runner. He will try to get a lead. Let's see. 8, 9, 10, 11. So 16. He will get the lead on Moore, so he's going to try for the steal. Speed of 4. 4, 5, 6, 11, 13. I don't think that's going to do it. I think he's going to get thrown out. Let's see. What is the arm on Steinbeck? He has an arm. Oh, he has an arm of 6. So Sabo is going to get gunned down trying to steal second base. A great throw by Steinbeck. Okay, so now base is empty and 1 out for Todd Benzinger. Benzinger has walked and flown out to center field. 153 is the results, and he will get a single. So probably shouldn't have had Sabo try to steal, but oh well. Now here comes Oliver. Oliver 1 for 2 with a single, and the only run of the game scored so far. 248. 248 is going to become a 568. So to Gallego. Let's see. That will be a hit, as it's above his range, but not above his fielding. So that is going to get by Gallego for a single. And now the Reds have runners at first and second, and Moore will have... oh, actually, he's going to have 3 points of fatigue now, because we are into the 6. Let's see. So we'll get action in the bullpen with the top of the order coming up. They'll get Nelson and Klink. They'll be warming up in the bullpen. So this might be the last batter that Moore faces. Duncan 0 for 2, 2 ground outs. And let's see. Ooh, 687 is going to be a long single, and I believe that the plus means that the runner at second will score. Yes. So Benzinger will come around to score. Oliver will hold at third, and Duncan with an RBI single has given the Reds a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 6. And with Barry Larkin coming up, that is going to do it for Mike Moore. Gene Nelson will come out of the pen. So Mike Moore, he will go 5 1/3 innings, 8 hits. He had 4 walks. That was really the bane of his day today. He did end up with what, 2 strikeouts? Was that it? Oh, I thought he had. All right, and he will leave with 2 runners on. So here comes Nelson to try to keep it a 2-run game. But he will have his work cut out for him as the top of the order is coming up. Barry Larkin coming in now. Oh, you're right. He had 3 points of fatigue. on that hit by Duncan. Let's see. So it should have been. Oh, right. The deep drive to center field. Oh, goodness. You are absolutely right. So hold on, folks. I forgot about the fatigue. A deep drive into center field for Duncan. He has a power of 5. He did have 10 home runs on the year. Let's see. So +8. Oh, darn, we rolled a 0. Let's see. So 13. Oh, it was only going to be a flyout. And there's not a runner at third. Okay, so hold on. So that means that instead of a single, it's going to be a fly out to center field for the second out. Ooh, this changes the game a little bit. So we'll still have runners at first and second. And let's see, can I erase that run? Yes, I can. Okay. And I can erase the hit. There we go. So Larkin coming up, and I think we'll still make the switch. There we go. Upon further review, I know I should put. I have like little. I have beads. These tokens. I should put those on when a pitcher gets fatigued, because I that's one thing that I still tend to forget. Because I have the score sheet off to the side. I do mark off the fatigue, but I forget about him. So all right, so Nelson will come in now with it still a 1-0 game, and runners at first and second, but with 2 outs. All right, here we go. 478. A 478 is going to be a fly out into center field. So the Reds will once again strand runners. It remains a 1-0 game. Close the books on Moore. So good job by Nelson to keep those runs from coming in. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-0. Cincinnati on top. All right, and now here in the 6th, Browning, also with a stamina of 5, so he is susceptible to fatigue. All right, let's see. We will have the 2, 3, and 4 batters coming up. A 650 becomes a 655, so that'll just be a grounder to first. And Benzinger will take that to the bag himself for the out. Here comes Canseco. Canseco 1 for 2 on the day. 331 will be a big strikeout. He goes down swinging. 2 outs, bases empty for Dave Henderson. He is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. And a 540 will go to Duncan at second base, and a 540 will just be a ground out to second baseman. All right, so 1, 2, 3 goes Oakland in the bottom of the 6th. We will head to the 7th, 1-0. Cincinnati still on top. Let's see. I think we'll let Nelson stay in for now. He will be susceptible to fatigue as he's pitched that one. Well, actually, let's see. We got 2 lefties coming up. I think they'll go to Klink now, as there's 2 lefties coming up, thanks to the injury. All right, so we'll have lefty on lefty in a. Well, I was gonna say in a fresh pitcher, but Klink has a stamina of 0, so any hits will add fatigue to him. 669 is going to be a ground out to third, so Whittingham will ground out in his first at bat of the game here. One out, nobody on for Paul O'Neill. O'Neill has singled, ground out, and walked. 305 will be a strikeout. And there are 2 down. And now here comes Eric the Red. Eric the Red has struck out, walked, and flown out. 436 is going to be a fly out into right field. And Canseco will track that down. And the Reds go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 7th. Still 1-0. And it is time to stretch here in Oakland. All right. Oh, and yeah, no worries, Sebastian. I just saw your comment. That's one of the things that's great about doing these live games is I have people checking me for when I miss things like that. So, all right. So it is uke time here in Oakland. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanut and cracker jack. I don't care if I ever get back. So let's root for the away team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. There we go. All right. A little Saturday morning uke. And we are into the bottom of the 7th. Still a 1-0 game. All right. And yes, Tom Browning is has brought his A game to the World Series here. Let's see. It should be Baines leading things off here. So we will let Browning stay in. To get a 1, 2, 3, 6. So no fatigue yet for Browning. Baines 0 for 2. Ground out and a fly out. And a 590 is going to go to O'Neill in right field, and a 90 will just be a fly out. F9 on Baines. First batter retired. 1 out, nobody on for McGuire. McGuire, he's been hit by a pitch, walked so far tonight. Let's see, 127. 127. That will also be a fly out to right field. 2 up, 2 down. Here comes the catcher, Terry Steinbach. Steinbach has flown out to right field, both of his at-bats. 226. That will be a grounder to Duncan at second. And another 1, 2, 3 inning for the veteran Tom Browning. And boy, yes, a 1-hit shutout he's got going on here so far tonight. We will head to the top of the 8th. Still a 1-0 game. Let's see. Morris coming up to bat, so we'll let Klink stay in to face that lefty. And then, let's see. I guess they will have Burns. Mr. Burns. Todd Burns will be ready to go if Morris gets on with Sabo coming up to bat next. The DH for the Reds, he is 0 for 2. He's popped out, walked, and flown out to right. 340 is the roll, and he is going to get an infield single, and the leadoff runner is aboard. So we will go to the pen with the righty Sabo coming up. So here comes Todd Burns. Let's see. So Klink will go 1+ with that 1 hit and responsible for the runner on. And here comes Burns to face Sabo. All right, as Zach joins us. Zach, one of our newest AFR members. Welcome, Zach. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. I'm not saying the best part of watching Steve is... Oh. Thank you. I always appreciate anyone that catches my pop culture references. All right, so here comes Sabo up to bat. Sabo, let's see, he has ground out, struck out, and walked, and then was caught stealing. 309 is the roll. Oh, and he is going to strike out again. So, not the historical game that I was hoping to recreate for Chris Sabo, as he strikes out for the second time tonight. A runner still on first. Now 1 out for Todd Benzinger. Benzinger has singled, walked, and flown out. 591. That is going to go to Canseco in right field, and a 591, I'm pretty sure, is going to be an out. He wasn't that bad of a right fielder. Yeah, 590 to 594 is a fly out. All right, so 2 down, still a runner at first, and here comes the catcher, Joe Oliver. Oliver has had himself a good game. He is 2 for 3, 2 singles, and he has scored the only run of the game so far. 579, that is going to go to Ricky in left field, and a 579 is going to be a single. Let's see, a single plus... means that he will just advance to second, and he could try for third, but I don't think he will. No sense in pushing that. Don't want to make the third out at third base. So with 2 runners on, 2 outs, here comes Mariano Duncan. Duncan 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a fly out, and he could do some damage here for sure. 273. Ooh, it's going to be a deep fly. Let's see, a deep fly into left field. Duncan with a power of 5. Let's see. So a 14. Oh, is just going to be a fly out. So Henderson tracks that one down for the 3rd out. And again, the Reds strand runners. And it remains 1-0. All right, let's see. Here in the bottom of the 8th, we will have Rob Dibble is going to be ready to go in the bullpen. But we'll let Browning stay out there. We got the 8, 9, and 1 batters coming up. Randolph 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Let's see, 454. 454. Against a lefty, that will be a single. So the leadoff runner is aboard, and I think that is going to do it. We've got the best bullpen in the game. So, and with a 1-0 game, if they had managed to push across a couple more, I think I would let Browning stay in. But Rob Dibble going to come in relief, but Browning will get a big round of applause from the Cincinnati fans who traveled out to Oakland, as he will depart with the lead, going 7+ innings, giving up just 2 hits. No runs so far. Will be responsible for the runner on. Let's see. He struck out 1, 2, 3. Struck out 3 batters, and I do not believe he walked anybody. He did. Oh no, McGuire got hit and walked, and Henderson also walked. All right, so 2 walks. What a game! What a performance by Tom Browning. And Dibble will come on here in the 8th inning with the tying run aboard and nobody out. Let's see. So Gallego is 0 for 2, 2 ground outs on the day. Let's see. Does Randolph? He is not really. He stole 6 bases on the year. Dibble not good at holding off base runners. Let's see. Can Randolph get a lead? He has a steal rating of 4. Let's see. So 11, 12. He will get a lead Let's see. In the arm rating on Oliver, he has an arm of 6. So we need to beat 16. Oh, goodness. Do they want to take the chance? I'm going to get the decider die out to see if they try to steal second base. And the dot says no. Let's see. Did they try to do a hit and run? No. And finally, do they have Gallego try to bunt? And no. Okay, so Gallego's going to just swing away. And let's see what happens. 3-12. Oh, and he is going to strike out. Dibble gets him chasing. And a big first out. But now we've got Ricky Henderson coming up to the plate. The tying run over at first. 1 out. Dibble with a big leg kick delivers to Henderson. A 5-12. That's going to come right back to the mound. And Dibble fumbles it a little bit, but he will be able to fire on to first to get Henderson. But Randolph will advance to second on the ground out. All right, so now the tying run in scoring position, and here comes Carney Lansford. Lansford is 0 for 3, 3 ground outs. Dibble kicks, delivers, 323. Oh, it's going to be an infield single. Oh, my goodness. So we're going to have runners at the corners. And guess who is coming up to bat? Here we go. Rob Dibble against Jose Canseco. Oh, I missed Brian's comment about Dibble. Dibble's version of holding runners on is to walk or kick the next batter. There, yes. What a character Rob Dibble is. All right, so here we go. This is what we want, right? 2 outs, a 1-run game here in the bottom of the 8th. And 2 runners on. Rob Dibble against Jose Canseco. Here we go. Canseco 1 for 3, a single, a ground out, and a strikeout. There is the kick, the delivery. 260 is going to be a strikeout. Canseco goes down swinging. A nice slider by Dibble gets him to chase. And the tying and go-ahead runs will be stranded. All right, so we can close the book on Browning, who will have no earned runs on his column. Awesome. Good work from the nasty boy, Rob Dibble. And now here in the top of the 9th, let's see. It'll be the top of the lineup coming up to bat. Burns came on last inning, so he would not be tired yet. He has a stamina of 2 when he comes out of the pen. They'll have Eckersley ready to go, but they're going to let Burns see if he can get these outs and keep it a 1-run game. In the Cincinnati bullpen, Randy Myers starts warming up. Let's see, 692, and that is going to be a single for Larkin. He will lead things off with a hit, and that is going to do it for Burns. As Eckersley will get the call to keep this a 1-run game. He will come on in the 9th, and he will face Herm Winningham, who came on in relief of Hatcher, who got injured diving to make a out earlier in the game. All right, so here we go. Eckersley. He has a hold rating of 5. Let's see. Larkin with 30 stolen bases. Why not? Let's see if we can get him over in a scoring position. Steal rating of 7. Can he get a hold? Yes, he will. All right, so here we go. Larkin takes off. Let's see. A 17. I think that will do it. Yes. Steinbeck with a good throw, but Larkin comes in just under the tag for the stolen base. So Larkin into scoring position with nobody out. All right, so here comes Herm Winningham. He is 0 for 1 so far today. Let's see, 172. That'll be a grounder to second. So Larkin's going to advance on the ground out to the opposite side. And we've got one out. Paul O'Neill coming up. Let's see. So we'll bring the infield in for this at bat. 131, and not going to matter as Eckersley is going to strike out O'Neill for the second out. So the infield back to normal depth. Here comes Eric Davis. 208 is going to be another strikeout. All right, so Eckersley comes in, puts out the fire, and that runner is stranded at third. It is 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the ninth. Can Cincinnati hold on to take a 2-1 lead in the series? Let's see, and he will face the middle of the order. Dave Henderson, Baines, and McGuire due up here. All right, so let's see, Dibble gave up one hit, and he struck out 2. All right, so here we go. Myers on to get the save. Crowd on its feet. Boy, a 1-0 game. So in real life, this was a blowout for the Reds. The final score, I want to say, was 8-3. But a very different game playing out here. Can Myers slam the door in Game 3? Dave Henderson up to the plate. Henderson 0 for 3. Strikeout, flyout, and a ground out. Myers with delivery, 153. That is going to be a strikeout. Down goes Henderson for the first out. Base is empty for the DH, Harold Baines. Baines 0 for 3 on the day with a couple of flyouts and a ground out. Myers gets a sign, kicks, delivers for 81. Ooh, 481. Oh, is going to be a flyout into center field. Winningham will track that one down a few steps in front of the track. Base is empty. 2 outs. And here comes the first baseman, Mark McGuire. McGuire, he's been hit by a pitch, walked, and flown out. Crowd on its feet. Myers nods at the sign, kicks, delivers. 531. That is going to go to Benzinger at first base, and a 531 will be a ground out. There we go. Benzinger tosses it to Myers, covering first to get the out, and this one belongs to the Reds as they take the lead 2-1 in the series. All right, so Browning will get the win, and he will be our MVP of the game as he goes 7+ innings, scattering 2 hits, 2 walks, and 3 Ks, and no runs. Dibble will get the hold, Myers the save, Moore will take the loss. Moore went 5 2/3 innings, giving up that 1 run, but it was 1 run enough. There we go. An awesome pitcher's duel in game number 3. All right, so 2-1. And it's going to be interesting because I think I'm going to have to decide on the lineups for when I play out game number 4. Because historically, game number 4 was where Canseco got benched because he had been playing so poorly in the series, and Oakland was on the verge of being swept. So I might just reuse the lineups for game 1. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But until I see you again, first off, thanks everybody who stopped by. Al Red Sox fan joined us here late. Welcome, Al. Like I said, I just kind of had an hour free here and thought I would pop on and get this game in. So I appreciate everybody joining me. Big thank you to all the AFR members in the chat room. I really appreciate your support. If you are not a member and you'd like to find out how, you can click the join button down below for more details. But appreciate you subscribing. Please hit the like button on your way out the turnstiles. Until next time, my name's Steve. Get out there, have fun, play games, and I will see you after further review. Have a good one, everybody.